Yo. Yo. Yo.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yo.
Hello. Hello.
Yo.
Hello. Hello.
Yo.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, what's going on? It's Will Graham. Got a lot of really cool stuff lately. This past month, the month of November, 2015, I found some pretty cool stuff. Found some pretty cool thrift stores. Found some pretty cool stuff at Salvation Army, Goodwill. Even got an eBay purchase there too. Bought some stuff for current gen stuff. But let's hurry up and get started because I got a lot of stuff, and I don't want this video to get too convoluted and go on for, over 15 minutes. Anyway, let's start out with the older stuff, and then we'll move on to the newer stuff. I found all of this stuff was in a bin at a thrift store that I found. My job, I drive around a lot, and that's basically all I do. I drive from customer to customer, and sometimes they can be miles apart, miles upon miles apart, 30, 40, 50 miles apart sometimes. So sometimes I'll drive and I'll see thrift stores. I found a Game Genie. Got this for $1. I already have ones, like, up there behind me, and I'm sure I probably have another one or two. But I found this for trade bait. It's definitely not something I'm going to hold on to. I plan on trading this at a gaming store soon. Then I found these were all $3 a piece, and these Nintendo games are some that I just don't have yet. Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf, $3. Road Blasters, $3. The Hunt for Red October, $3. And this one I'm stoked about, Air Fortress, $3 again. And this Legend of Zelda, the guy threw in for me. I already have it. Hey, trade bait. This is definitely going to be traded. But yeah. So I don't know. There's if you bought 4 games, you got a free one, I guess. At the same place, I also seen this from the Nintendo 64, and it's just one that I had heard about, but just have never seen. Not that it's rare or anything, but it is Buck Bumble. And what it is you're just this bumblebee. I popped it in for a few minutes, and it's just a 3D platformer, kind of in the vein of I want to say like maybe Spyro or something to that effect. But you're flying, and it's got a pretty cool flight mechanic. But other than that, I need to spend a little more time with it to accurately tell you if it's a good or bad game. Then, well, this one's going way back. Then for the Atari 2600, which there's really not much to show or anything, but I bought this for $3 just because I don't have it, and it is the Adventures of Tron. And I'm a big Tron fan, so any game for the Atari 2600 that is Tron related, I definitely had to get it. These 4 Super Nintendo games, these are all ones that I have. Interestingly enough, I was on a weekend, I seen there was a garage sale down the road from where I live, and I just kind of pulled up to the lady's house, and she was out there setting it up, and I just said, hey, do you have any video game stuff? And she kind of gave me the, yeah, hold on, come up here. And I went up there, and she had Super Mario World. She had 2 copies of Super Mario World. You can never ever have too many copies of that. And she had Donkey Kong Country and Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. All 4 of these I have, so, but she sold these to me for $5. And even though I have them, I'm going to take them and trade them. So, good times there. Then for the Game Gear, this was 50 cents at a thrift shop. It's the only thing they really had, but it's for the Game Gear, and it's Sonic the Hedgehog 2. and actually a really good port of the game. And for the Genesis, another one that I have that I'm going to plan on trading is Sonic the Hedgehog 2, complete in box. Then, for the Genesis as well, we got John Madden Football 93. And my wife called me and asked me if this was something that I might like from, and she was at Salvation Army, so these were $3 a piece. And it's complete, and you really can't go wrong with at least these boxes. So if nothing else, I'll have a Genesis box. Whoops. Then for the Genesis as well, Winter Olympic Games by U.S. Gold. And it's from the 1994 Olympics in Lillehammer. And we got a couple more. RBI Baseball 4, which is complete in the box and everything. And again, it's got the hanger. Again, I wanted the box more than I really wanted the game. I already have the game. But as far as RBI Baseball is concerned, I love this game. And this one, that one was $3. All of these ones that are Genesis games in the box were $3 a piece from Salvation Army. Well, my wife called me about this one too. It's Virtual Pinball, and it looks pretty rad. I love pinball games on all systems, and this one you get to actually make your own pinball game and play them, and it comes with ones to play and all that stuff. But the box was just, it's got a really rad poster. But the box, you know, it's complete, and I'm actually stoked to try that one out. Then we got a couple of Dreamcast games. These were $2 a piece, and they were from a thrift store out on my travels. Choo Choo Rocket. Never played this game. Heard a bit about it. It's kind of a sillier type of a puzzle style game, I guess. But pretty stoked to try it out. And another puzzle one, The Next Tetris Online Edition. I don't know, I'm sure you can play it without having to be online, seeing that obviously there's no Dreamcast online service anymore. I will still try this out. I like all the Tetris games. Who really doesn't? If you don't, you're communist. You may be communist anyway. For the GameCube, this was from a Goodwill, and it was $2. And Dragon Ball Z Saga for the GameCube. And let's see, got a ton of PlayStation 1 stuff. Let's go through these. First off, Top Gun Fire at Will. Actually a pretty good game. Another really good game, Power Move Pro Wrestling. Another good one, Crash Bandicoot. And Small Soldiers, a game that I love so damn much. You Don't Know Jack. These games are great. Biofreaks. Love this game. I used to love it too. I haven't played it in a long time, but Tenchu Stealth Assassins. The Alien Trilogy, which is really cool, really good game, based on kind of like the Doom engine, but of course in the alien world. And then lastly for the PlayStation 1 is complete. The case is cracked, but other than that, it's Final Fantasy VII. Really, the discs are perfect, and it's got the manual and everything. But really good setup here. I got this this was in a lot of other things, and but basically this kind of paid for the lot. I don't think the guy knew what he had. And all my games that just spilled here, I'm going to have to kind of reach down and grab them. But anyway, these games are going to be for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. And probably a couple from for the GameCube. Like for the PlayStation 2, this also came with that Final Fantasy VII, and that is Final Fantasy VII, Dirge of Cerberus. I've heard mixed things on this game, but I heard it does have the same effects or the same graphics and cutscenes as Advent Children, the movie. So, stoked to try that one out. And again, it's complete. This game, I love this game for the, I have it for the PlayStation 1, and that is Super Bubble Pop, which is a really fun little Jellico game, but it's a puzzle game, very colorful, very fun, addictive, fun to play with a bunch of people, especially on the GameCube. Oh, man, sorry, dropped these. Anyway, we got a couple more here. These ones seem to be for the Xbox and PlayStation, which got some good ones here. All of these, I got these at a thrift store, and they were $3 a piece. He cut me a deal after how many I got. Some of these I also got at Salvation Army and Goodwill, but I didn't spend any more than $3 a piece for these. And they're all complete, too. It just happened to be a good time to be looking in those places. Leisure Suit Larry, Magna Cum Laude. But I tried this game out. It's just like the old school ones, except you're Leisure Suit Larry's nephew. It's a lot of fun. Very, very silly. We got X-Men Legends 2, a great top-down kind of Diablo-looking style RPG, but in the X-Men universe. Awesome game. Spawn Armageddon. This game, if you don't even know Spawn, this game just kicks ass. Graphics, amazing. Moving and control and sound and everything else was done by Todd McFarlane and Namco. So you know you're really getting a quality product there. For the PlayStation 2, one of the best platformers that I think is on that console is Sly Cooper games. And this is Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. Just a brilliant game. For the Xbox, Spy Hunter 2. I have Spy Hunter 1 as well, and so I really wanted to try Spy Hunter 2. It's really good. It's by Namco, or by Midway. Midway makes really good games, and especially on the Xbox and the PlayStation. But I thought this one was the version that has The Rock in it, which is, I know it sounds cheesy, a rock version of Spy Hunter, but it really looks badass. Yeah, so anyway, Spy Hunter. Spy Hunter 2 is actually, you're a female spy, and it's got the same type of mechanics, but the controls are awesome. Deus Ex, The Invisible War. I could talk about this game forever. Great set, great story. The graphics are dated, but very passable and still doesn't hinder anything. Great game. Fable. If you have never heard of Fable, you've been living under a rock, I guess, because it was a kind of an RPG that followed a boy growing up, and due to your choices, turns out if you're going to be evil or good, and it drastically changes your appearance and your fighting, and it's a really deep game, and probably the best of all of the Fables, in my opinion. Then we got two of my favorites that I found these, and I was stoked about these. Both of them are complete, and that is Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic 1 and the Sith Lords 2. These games are just amazing. Even, yeah, they are kind of role-playing games. They are role-playing games to a great degree, but they are really good role-playing games, and kind of match the role-playing with a lot of action. These next couple games are current generation games, but still good ones anyway. I picked up The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. You play 3 links and you have to work together. It's a really fun game if you have 3 people that have 3DSs. And the cool thing is, everybody doesn't need to have this cartridge to play. They can just play off of one. And a lot of fun. There's like 32 dungeons to complete. Right now I'm like in the 24th one, so it gets challenging the higher you get. Then I got this pretty rad case, about through it again. I got this really rad Nintendo 3DS case that came in the mail finally from Club Nintendo. And basically, you put all of your 3DS games in it. I think this one holds, what, 6x8 holds 18. So, anyway, got that. And then a couple of PlayStation 4 games. Got Call of Duty Black Ops. Can't help that. I love Call of Duty Black Ops. I even have my medals for my tour of duties that I served in just on Black Ops, the first one. But anyway, then also picked up Minecraft Story Mode for my kids, basically. But I watched them play it, and it's pretty rad. And then, of course, I had to pick this up, even though the Season Pass is utterly ridiculous. But Star Wars Battlefront, man, even when the game's installing, you get to play as Darth Vader just kind of cruising around in the base on Hoth and just killing rebel soldiers. That's the whole thing. Kill as many rebel soldiers as you can while while the game installs. So that was pretty rad. That's pretty much all I got now, except for whenever I bought a lot, and it had it came in a box, and in the bottom of the box, I was real stoked to see this, and I'll leave this, and I'll say goodbye. Thanks for watching, you guys. I've got a ton more stuff to show. As I'm looking, there's another stack here, a stack there. God, it's just ridiculous. But anyway, I found this, and it's a game that I've been looking for quite a while, the cartridge. For the Nintendo Advance, Game Boy Advance. I'm trying to figure out what that's called, but yeah. Metroid Fusion. Such a rad game. So underrated. If you can even get the ROM to this game, I highly recommend getting it. It is, in fact, I know they have this game on the Nintendo store, whatever that's called. It has a name. What's it called? You just said it. No, that's not it. It's not the Play Store or anything like that. It's like the Nintendo eShop. That's it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
When I just can't stop, can't watch your body without the body rock. Got schemes, schematic, blueprint.